he's the future of our sport. He's making himself big strides in the professional tennis.
From clinching the 2019 NextGen Finals to being hailed as the top youth talent for 2020, Jannik Sinner was all set for a big year, and boy did he ever deliver. Storming into the French Open quarterfinals and then bagging the Sofia Open title, he became the youngest ATP champ in 12 years. The tennis world was buzzing. Everyone was watching this Italian powerhouse. So, just how insanely good was Sinner at 19? Well, let's dive in and see.
Well, the countdown is over with an Italian teenager just barely besting an American one for the top spot.
Tennis Channel called it Jannik Sinner, the #1 youth to watch in 2020, and boy did he live up to the hype. From an unbelievable jump, starting the previous year ranked at 779 and skyrocketing to 78 by the year's end, plus snagging the NextGen title on home soil in Italy. But 2020? Well, it would be even wilder. Sinner kept climbing, hitting a career high at number 37. This kid's rise? Absolutely meteoric. And so, Jannik blasted onto the 2020 tennis scene with major moves at the French Open. The Italian sensation stormed into the quarterfinals, showcasing what was just the beginning of his dominance on the court. In the first round, Jannik took down the 11th seed David Goffin in straight sets right off the bat. The 19-year-old dominated, winning a whopping 78% of his first service points and smashing 24 winners to seal the deal 7-5, 6-0, 6-3.
C'est le match Sinner.
From being deadlocked at 5-5 in the first, Sinner turned on the Jets, racking up 11 straight games into the third set. Making his Roland Garros debut, Sinner shrugged off any rookie nerves, taking early command on court Philippe Chatrier. Obviously, it's not easy playing against him, Jannik admitted, showing some respect for his frequent practice partner Goffin, who candidly called his performance lacking. Up next for Sinner, he blitzed through rounds 2 and 3, serving up straight-set beatdowns against France's Benjamin Bonzi and Argentina's Federico Coria. Then Jannik managed to shake the tennis world, knocking out 6th seed Alexander Zverev in a jaw-dropping 4th-round clash. Jannik, blazing through the first 2 sets, faced a hiccup with a double fault at 4-4 in the third, allowing Zverev a comeback. But Jannik wasn't having it. He broke right back, storming into the quarterfinals and making himself the first 2000s-born player to reach this stage at a Grand Slam. Post-match, Eurosport's Tim Henman praised Jannik, saying, "Making the quarterfinals on debut is unbelievably impressive. But I still think there's more to come." Jannik's statement, "It's best of 5, just keep going." And that's exactly what he did, setting up a historic face-off with 12-time champion Nadal. Making his first quarterfinal debut at Roland Garros since Rafa in 2005, Jannik's cool-headed approach to his groundbreaking success is nothing short of impressive. "I don't really focus on records," he says, keeping his eyes on the game, not the accolades. Making history, the Italian smashed records as the youngest Grand Slam quarterfinalist since Tomic in 2011 and the youngest at Roland Garros since a young Djokovic in 2006. And so came a late night at the French Open, and young Jannik was facing off against the King of Clay at the quarters. Kicking off at a historic 10:36 p.m. due to an earlier marathon match, Jannik took a massive 11 games off Nadal. Only 3 other players have done better against Rafa in Paris since 2015. In an electrifying showdown, Jannik's firepower was on full display, earning him the first break of the match. But Nadal, ever the warrior, broke right back, claiming the first set in a nail-biting tiebreak after 72 minutes. With the clock striking midnight, the battle raged on. Jannik, fearless and aggressive, snagged an early lead in the second set, but Nadal's relentless spirit saw him claw back, dodging a collision with chairs and breaking Sinner to eventually take the set. By the third set, Nadal smelled victory. He broke early and never looked back, sealing his 100th match at Roland Garros with a resounding 7-6, 6-4, 6-1 win. Jannik may have bowed out, but not before showing he's a force to be reckoned with. What a match, what a night. All right, guys, before we dive deeper today, we've got something quite special for you. If you're serious about taking your game to the next level, you've got to check out Coachlife. It's like having your very own personal tennis coach right in your pocket. From perfecting your serve to mastering your backhand, Coachlife hooks you up with the elite coaching from the best in the business. Think of getting the same tips and drills that players like Swiatek and Goff use, all from your phone. Coachlife packs over 400 videos in 25 categories, including 27 world-class serve tutorials and access to sports psychologists, nutritionists, and more. You get a 7-day free trial to kickstart your training, so what are you waiting for? Hit the link below, check out Coachlife, and start playing like a pro today. Now, after the match with Nadal, the spotlight was shining bright on the Italian phenom. Tin Henman was all in, betting big on Sinner, predicting a top 10 ranking for him by the end of 2021. Henman highlighted, he had a game plan, he was aggressive, he didn't just wait for Rafa to slip up. And man, he was impressive, even snagging a break point in the first set. Then Henman continued. He aced the NextGen Finals. He's been honing his serve, and though he's quick, he's gonna get even faster and stronger. Watch this space. He's top 10 material next year. Chris Evert, tennis royalty with 18 Grand Slam singles titles, also threw in her 2 cents, praising Jannik's smart play and suggesting he's got the goods to take on Nadal even more effectively on faster surfaces. He's got the court smarts, a huge serve, and packs a punch. Perfect for faster courts where he could really challenge Rafa, Evert added. Jannik continued his season on hard courts and stormed into the ATP 250 Cologne semifinals, setting up a rematch with Zverev. Fresh off their French Open clash, tensions were high. Zverev, hungry for payback, started shaky but clawed back, forcing a high-stakes tiebreak. He dominated with his lethal forehand. Jannik, the Italian wildcard, fought valiantly but couldn't fend off Zverev's resurgence. The German snatched an early break in the second set, then raced to a commanding 5-2 lead. Zverev, serving like a beast, wrapped up a commanding 7-6, 6-3 victory. Then Jannik managed to smash a huge milestone for his career.
Jannik Sinner.
At just 19, this Italian powerhouse became the youngest champ on the ATP Tour since Kei Nishikori in 2008, scooping up his first title at the Sofia Open in a nail-biting 6-4, 3-6, 7-6 victory over Canadian Vasek Pospisil.
ATP Tour, a champion for the very first time. The Sofia Open is...
The action was fierce from the get-go as Jannik made Pospisil sweat, breaking him early to snatch the first set. But this Canadian wasn't going down without a fight, roaring back in the second set with 2 breaks to push it to a decider. In the huge pressure tiebreak, Jannik stayed ice cool, clinching that trophy when Pospil's backhand sailed long. After the match, an ecstatic Jannik shared, "It's a beautiful feeling winning the first title. I feel like home here, and for sure, I will remember this." So Jannik wrapped up 2020 with fireworks, clinching his first ATP title in Sofia on November 14th and vaulting to a career-high rank of number 37. At just 19, he was the youngest ATP champ in 12 years, making serious waves with a solid 20-14 season record. Rocketing up 41 spots from number 78, Sinner did not only smash expectations, but set new records. His standout moment? Battling it out in the French Open quarters against none other than Nadal. Ivan Ljubicic, ex-Federer's coach, praised Sinner's pure talent, noting his impressive technical, mental, and physical skills. Even Djokovic was tipping Sinner as the frontrunner of the next-gen players, seeing him as a future world number 1. Sinner definitely possesses a game that is powerful and is with a lot of quality, and you could say he has the potential to be a top player of the world, Djokovic remarked, placing him ahead of his young rivals like Zverev and Tsitsipas. Jannik also spilled the beans on his breakout season. After bagging his first ATP title in Sofia, emotions were high for this Italian sensation. Post-final, I was buzzing, but also ticked off about dropping that second set. It's been a roller coaster year. I wish I'd played more, mixed it up with the top guns more often. But hey, I'm getting the hang of this whole tour life, Sinner shared, buzzing with a mix of thrill and resolve. But it's not all tennis for Jannik. Off the court, he's tearing up the go-kart tracks and hitting the football field. Big shout out to AC Milan. Got hooked on them thanks to my first roommate. And yeah, binge watching my favorite shows on Netflix, he added, giving us a peek into his life beyond the baseline. 2020 was indeed a blast for Jannik, that's what we can say. But what do you guys think about his crazy season? Drop your comments below. And hey, don't miss out our latest epic video where he smashes his second career Grand Slam at the US Open. Check it out now, you don't want to miss this.